Welcome back to the lecture 5 of our C++ tutorial series. In this video, we are going to take a deep dive into one of the most crucial aspect of the program, that is functions. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, function form the backbone of modular programming, allowing us to organize code into manageable sections, avoid repetition, and simplify debugging. By the end of this lecture, you will understand what function I will write simultaneously, what function are, and why they are essential. Question number one. Okay. The two is how to create and use function. That is how to create and use. Okay, yeah, function. The third one is the role of parameter and return value. Parameters and return value. And the fourth one is advanced concept like function, overloading, recursion, and inline function. Okay, that is recursion, inline function, and overloading. All this concept is clear from this video. Okay, so without wasting our time, let's get started. So in C++, a function is a self-contained block of code that performs a specific task. Like I will write the definition in my own word. Okay, so it's basically a self-contained block of code that perform a specific task. Okay, get this one? Yeah. So instead of writing the same code repeatedly, we define a function once and call it whenever needed. This approach reduces error and enhance the readability of the program. Okay, so think of a function like a toolbox or tool in your toolbox. You take it out, use it, and put it back. No need to build the tool every time you need it. Okay, so it's basically like, let's take an example of your pocket. You take your phone in pocket when there is no use and take it out when you have to use that phone. Okay, yeah, I hope so you get the point. Now move further. Key benefit of function, that is key benefits of function. The first one is modularity. Modularity. Okay, so this means divide your program into small logical section. That is basically your work is divided into specific part, like divide work in small logical section. The second one is reusability. Reusability means call the same function multiple times. Call again and again. In simple word, okay? Call again and again. The third one is maintainability. It's basically debug and update code easily. That is debug and update code. Okay. So right now, let's take an example of this and then move further. Okay. So yeah, this is our. I remove these all. This is our last lecture data, that is lecture number 4. So we are just learn what about mean by function. So write that code, that is function definition. Okay. So yeah. So first that is void. Let's take example greet semicolon cout and hello, welcome. Welcome to the program. Something I write. Okay. Now endl and this one is okay. Now this is the function. Right now we are writing main function, that is integer main, that is greet, and just we are writing return 0. Okay, that's it. That is, this is the call function. It's call the function. This is the comment that I writing in this, like after the, that is git. Okay, this program define a function greet that print a message. The function is called inside the main function. So let's run the code. Yeah. So hello, welcome to the program, that is this greet call to this function and run the output, that is hello, welcome to the program. I hope so you get it. Okay. Now every function has three main parts. So let's go. I will write this one. That is every function in C++ has three parts. Okay. The first one is function declaration. That is first one is function declaration, or you can say prototype. Okay. This tell the compiler that the function name, return type and parameter before it's defined. That is, this tells the compiler the function name, type and parameter before it is defined. Okay. So the second one is function declaration. Oh, sorry. So let's take first example of function declaration, that is I'm writing it in, then we execute the code, that is integer add int comma int. Okay, this is a declaration. Make a note of this, like about this example. Okay, so the second one is function definition, that is function definition. So this is where you write the code that define what the function does. You get, I repeat. Okay, this is where you write the code that define what the function does. I'm writing this as one. Okay, so this is where you write the code that define what the function code. You can pause this video and think about this, like what exactly the meaning of this line, then we can go further as well. Okay, so I hope so you pause the video and think about this and what exactly mean by function definition. So yeah, I'm giving you the example of these. So the example is that is, let's take an again example of same, that is integer add. Right now we are declaring integer a, integer b, okay, and in this we are returning the value that is addition of these two, that is a plus b, and this is mean by the definition of this above statement. Make it note that this one is most important. Okay, so you are writing the code in a compiler as well, so don't think of that much. And the third one is function call. It means you call the function to execute the code inside it, that is call the function to execute the code inside it. Okay, so here we are writing the example of this is one as well, that is integer result add 5 comma 10. We are directly call that function and execute the value as well. This one is the comment that I write like after forward slash. Okay, so let's take an example of this right now about that three types. Okay, so yeah, I remove this one all and writing again, that is first, that is integer add int comma int. Okay, simple. So what is this? Yeah, right, function declaration. Then we are writing the main, that is integer main, and then we are writing integer sum equals to add. This one is a function call. Make a note, that is 7 comma 3, and this is, we are just cover this topic, that is call, or you can say function call. Okay, now we are printing this, that is cout sum is sum. Okay, and return 0. I hope so you get this point. Right now we are define a function, that, or you can say function definition. Function definition. So that is integer add integer a comma integer b. We are taking the example as well. You can check this one and return directly the addition of these two, that is a comma b. That's it, and our code is fixed. So let's run the code and take the output, that is sum is 10. So that is 7 plus 3 is sum. So yeah, this is our code. Okay, this example show you how to declare, define and call a function that added two number. You can change the value as well, or you can take the input from the user. If you want to do that, you can do this as a practice or extra questions, but make sure to solve the more number of questions on it, because it is too much important for you. So yeah, let's see. So function can take parameter, which are value passed to the function. These value help the function perform specific operation. So let's take like, yeah, I'm not explain this one here. So that is function and parameter. We can directly take an example of this, that is function parameters and arguments. So we are directly writing the code, then we are executing, like we are, then I will explain you the what exactly mean by the argument and parameters. Okay, so let's write the code, that is void display sum, and let's take integer x and integer y. then print the sum. Okay, and the x and y, and then addition of this. I hope so you get this one as well. So after this we are writing the main function, that is this one. Again display sum. Take an example of 4 comma 6, and the second one is as well display sum 5 comma 6, or let's take another example as well, that is 10 and 15. Okay, and the next last line is return 0. So that is display sum 5 is a pass argument. You did not get this one right now, but yeah, just check, like we can say pass parameter to function. So let's run the code, and we get the value sum of 4 and 6 is 10, and sum of 10 and 15 is 25. Okay, so you get this like code what I write in this. So make sure without watching this code or compiler, you just run the code again and go through this all. So right now I will explain this code one by one. In this program, the function that is display sum, this one is a capital S, display sum, accept two parameter and print their sum. Okay, accept and print. Okay, the key point of this program is, like, yeah, this is the display sum. Yeah, so the first one is parameter, that is variable listed in the function declaration, that is variable listed in the function declaration. Okay, and the second one is argument, that is value passed to the function when calling it, that is value passed to the function when calling it. I hope so you get this one. So right now a function can return a value, that is function can return a value. Make a note of this. Okay, that is we are right now checking what is meant by return value and all that stuff. Okay, so a function call a return value to the caller using the return keyword. So we are directly moving toward our code editor and writing the code, that is, yeah. So first we are returning, that is function that return of value, that is function that return a value. Okay, that is multiply integer x, take integer y, and I directly return the value, that is return x multiply by y. Okay, now take a main function, that is integer main, integer product. If you want to take a capital P, you can take it. Okay? That is multiply 5 comma 6. We are taking the example, and then cout product. Product is that the product value, and then in last write the return 0. Okay, this is our code. So the product is 30. I hope so you get this one as well. Okay, if you have any difficulty, you can comment me and ask me your doubt. I will try to clear your all the doubts. Okay, so moving further, we are checking a function overloading. It is too important as well, like function, that is function overloading. C++ allow function overloading, defining multiple function with the same name but different parameter. It's like a little bit confusing, but make sure to remember that is defining multiple function with the same name but different parameter. Okay, so again, let's take the example of this one as well. That is again write the code, that is void print int, take I and print cout integer value and take a I. Okay, and then after this write the again other function void print double f, or we can say double d, and then write the main function. Okay, in this we are writing print, let's take an example of 7, then again print 7.5, then return the value. Okay, so the compiler decide which function to call based on the argument type. So yeah, run the code. This, that is integer is 7 and float is 7.5. I hope so you get this one as well. I was just covering the basic. It is too deep that to understand. We will cover this as we are moving further to this tutorial. Okay. So the next is recursion. It is more important. Recursion. I am important. Okay. Recursion is when a function call itself. That is when a function call itself. Make a note of this. Itself means वो खुद ही खुद को कॉल करता है. Okay. This is used for tasks that can be broken into smaller subtasks. So we are taking an example of factorial calculation. That is example factorial calculation. So let's move toward our compiler. I will edit that, then write integer factorial, take a integer n, and we are writing all that we are learning through this, like lecture number 4. Okay, this one is a 5. So make sure to go through this, and that is if n equals to 0, then return 1. Okay, or return n star factorial and n minus 1. This is the formula of the factorial, how you calculate. Okay, like n plus n minus factorial of n and factorial of n plus addition of factorial of n minus 1. And then right now we are writing main function, that is cout factorial of, let's take a 5 and factorial 5, where then our last line is return 0. Okay, so yeah, all set. So it's give a factorial of 5, so it's a 125. Again we are taking the factorial of 10 and changing this one as well. Again run the code, you get the factorial of 362888800. Okay, so you can run this as per the factorial you want. And that's everything you need to know about function in C++. Okay, if you found this lecture helpful, please like and subscribe for more in deep tutorial. See you in the next video and happy coding. In the next video, we are going to the advanced function topic. Okay, like advanced function topics. I'll just take over. I will give you the overview, that is inline function, default argument function, template, lambda function, passing by reference and pointer. Yeah, I will write this one as well. That is inline function. This is a function. I'm writing this here. Second one is default argument, function template. The fourth one is lambda function. This is too important. Lambda function. And the fifth one is passing and reference, or we can passing by reference. Sorry, or we can say pointer. Sorry, passing by reference and pointers. This topic will deepen understanding and prepare for more complex projects.